was just walking around New York City, and he was getting pelted. And I mean pelted by a bunch of Knicks fans, knuckleheads, whatever the hell you want to call them.
Throwing garbage at him?
Garbage. Heckled. Throwing a garbage bags filled with recycling on the guy. He's trying to laugh it off, and then he's like, all right, dude, like, what? He's just by himself. For those of you who don't know, and if those of you on social media, you probably know, there's this whole thing with the Knicks fans that's happened the last few years. Maybe it's been around forever. I'm just now seeing it. The bing bong thing. They go nuts after Knicks Holmes wins. They go insane. Like, I was like concerned. It was like a mob, like going after the guy. Look, it was a disturbing image. Now, he didn't get hurt or anything physically, but like, yeah, probably his ego is bruised. He's probably a little shaken up, maybe. I don't know the guy, but it's like, what the hell are we doing? Just picking on a guy wearing like, there's ways to do these things and there's ways not to do them. And it was a bad look. And I credit, what took place yesterday or the other day, the Pat McAfee show. Pat McAfee I think he's on right now. Indiana guy, played for the Colts. I don't know if he's an Indiana guy per se, but he loves Indiana, loves Halliburton. And they surprised Hans. They brought Hans on the show, the guy that got pelted, and they surprised him with Tyrese Halliburton. And Halliburton joined the show via video and said, hey, man, I got you tickets for the game. So was it for the Indiana game? I don't know.
Yeah, but here's my problem with the whole thing. And it's not Halliburton. I loved what he did. Right. It's like people dismissing this behavior.
Game 4, he got him tickets to in Indianapolis. I was going to say, don't get him tickets for the New York game. You got him for Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
But there's this thing like how dare you wear a team's jersey of another team at a road arena or in the other area? It's one thing to give people a razzing, talk smack a little here and there. It's another to physically get in their grill. Okay, in their space. It's another thing to throw stuff at them. Yeah. And that's where I draw the line. On getting in someone's face, touching them, throwing things at them. And I see people already like excusing this behavior. Like, I'm sorry, it's bad behavior. I'm sorry. And look, I will admit, I'll raise my hand. When I was a younger man, in my teens, I did a lot of dumb things. And it was bad behavior. And I'm ashamed of the behavior. Okay? But I see people, Little Miss Trouble on YouTube. It's not that bad. There's just plastic cups. No, you don't throw things at people. Why? And I want to know the psyche. If you've done this before.
It's not that bad. They were throwing bags of garbage on the guy.
No, it's disgusting. And like, seriously, I will allow you to text in, to comment on YouTube, and you could be anonymous. You can call in and be anonymous. Feel free to change your voice. I legitimately want to hear from someone and explain to me how that is a good thing or what compels you to do this. I've never come out of a Giants game or a Warrior game like, hey, let's go find a Hawks fan or a Dodger fan, and I'm going to go get them. Like, what?
Weird.
It's bizarre. Weird. No, it's one thing to be like, hey, Seahawks suck or whatever, after you beat the Seahawks or whatever. Normally what I do now as an adult, it's, hey, that was a great game. Or, dude, you're crushed.
Yep.
Right? I've never felt like I had to get in that person's face and talk smack to them. Now, I will acknowledge, this is every fan base. This is not just the Knicks. Candlestick, I saw some crazy things. I saw some wild fights. I saw some inebriated people doing bad things. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's acceptable fan behavior. I'm sorry. Just because someone's wearing a Dodger jersey, okay, Game 5, Giants versus the Dodgers. Dodgers won. Giants lost. I had to walk out, hanging my head. Did I go up to every single Dodger fan looking for trouble? No. Now, there might have been more Dodger fans than Giants fans, but that's neither here nor there. The point being is, and I've told you this, I went to Philly, I went to Boston. In Boston, they gave me a hard time, and even though I was like, oh my God, something might happen, thankfully, nothing did happen. Right. I didn't get hurt. No one hit me, no one did anything, which now in retrospect, having gone through the Philly thing, bro, they were throwing things at us, and that's where I draw the line. Getting in your face physically to the point where you feel like you have to push someone back, that's drawing the line. I'm not even bringing up the kid aspect. Now I bring my kid to games. I don't need this.
No.
This, I don't know, man. To me, as I get older, this is the most disgusting part of fandom. This right here. Seeing people, a mob pick on a couple of people, or in this case, one person. I saw a guy from Washington. It was the Washington versus the Eagles, and the Eagle and a couple of bad apples made the guy rip his jersey off. They took it off the guy's body.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. What are we doing?
Yeah.
Don't you have? Look, I get it. We're liquored up, and that's not an excuse for bad behavior. This is why I don't drink. This is why I don't go to games and get inebriated, because I'm sick and tired of seeing people justify bad behavior that we should be ashamed of.
And there's different levels to it, right? Like I remember as we're talking New York, right? The Yankees fan literally just taking Mookie Betts' like glove from him, trying to take the ball.
That's not appropriate.
What are we doing?
No, like I
That guy was celebrated in New York too. Like bars like paying for his drinks. It's like, what are we doing?
And then he
people?
got banned. Yeah, and he got
As he
banned.
should.
And just because you've seen worse things doesn't make it right. I just want to know, like, what is going through your head? Like, hey, let's pick on this guy or this gal or whatever. Like, I've seen it, like, especially like with women. They're coming out of a stadium. All right, it's already a pretty
male-dominated.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a very sketch environment coming out of a football game when everyone's been drinking since like 9 in the morning. And like you get like a guy with his girlfriend or his wife or whatever, and they're coming out of the arena. I'm very protective of Michelle as we're leaving these things. I'm like, hold my hand, like we're knifing through. And I'm a Niner fan going through Niner runs because I just don't know what people are going to do.
No.
And it scares me at times where I get anxious and nervous. Now, thankfully, we've never had anything happen. But like if you go on a road arena, you should feel safe to be able to go to the game. That doesn't mean people can't talk smack. But I draw the line at like getting in their face, touching them, throwing things at them. Come on, man.
Well, what's annoying for me is the guy he wasn't even in the arena. He was walking in the streets of New York City just wearing a jersey. Are you serious? Like, so if I'm wearing just the Pacers jersey or if I'm a Minnesota Timberwolves fan next round, wearing I'm just an Anthony Edwards fan, I'm just going to get trash thrown on me. It's like, what are we doing? It's not a good look for the city.
No, and it's always a handful of people that make a whole fan base look bad.
And every single,
I do think like Philly. I brought
yes.
I've got I got a beef with some of the Philly fans. Some, not all of them.
Not all of them.
I don't think that every single person from Philly is an awful human being.
No,
I just think that they have a crazy fan base, and they've enabled certain behaviors that I think are crossing the line.
John in San Rafael wants to talk about this fan talk. 888-957-9572.
I don't understand why you should have to defend yourself physically when you go to a game.
I do think, and I'll get to you in a second, John. I do think, there is certain like etiquette when you are an opposing fan.
Yeah, don't go looking for trouble.
Don't go looking for trouble is one of them.
I agree.
If I'm in an opposing fan and I'm wearing a jersey or a shirt with that, I clap.
Just be cognizant of your surroundings.
Exactly. I cheer. I clap.
Yes.
I'm not getting in other people's faces.
Yeah.
And when I'm in an opposing place, I do that. Even when I'm at home, I don't get into like if I'm sitting next to like a I don't know, an Angels fan wearing a Mike Trout jersey. Yeah, in your face.
That's what I'm saying.
What?
Like for example, we played the New York Jets on opening weekend, the Niners.
Yeah.
The opening, and I will never forget. There was all these guys. The guy had an ayahuasca jersey. It was number 8.
Pretty good.
But like they were so over the top. Every time anything happened with the Jets, he'd turn around to everyone. Yeah, in your face. I'm like, dude, that's a 65-year-old lady. Leave her alone. Like, what are you doing? And I said, hey, bro, sit down, relax.
Dude.
Like, come on, dude.
I'm laughing at the absurdity of it all.
Relax, dude.
Yeah.
And like, that's where you're crossing the line as an opposing fan going into an arena.
John, San Rafael. What's up, John? How you doing this morning, man?
Hey, I'd like to just say 2 things real quick. The first one is, let's talk about the other side of it. If you guys recall when the Giants and the Kansas City Royals were in the World Series, if you paid attention to the stories that came out of Kansas City about the way Giants fans were treated, they were unendingly amazed at how polite and helpful Kansas City fans were. And it was such a good feeling that when I wanted the Giants to win the World Series, but when Kansas City made it back a couple years later, I rooted hard for them because they have a great fan base.
That's a good point.
They had a great fan base. And here's the second thing I would say. Everything you're talking about could be handled if any of the sports leagues wanted to handle it, because today we have the technology. All that you have to do is say that this behavior is no longer going to be tolerated. You're going to be evicted. Your picture is going to be taken. You're going to be put in a database, and we're going to use AI facial recognition at the entrance to all stadiums, arenas, and ballparks, all 3 major sports combined. Add in soccer, because soccer fans in Europe are notoriously over the top, and just put that facial recognition into place, and guess what? It would stop in less than a season.
I'm with you. I agree with you.
That is a thing now, John, to your point. Like people are making themselves as asses out there, and you're caught in 4K, dude. You know where you work now.
And you should be.
All it takes is one disgruntled person that works with you or doesn't like you. Say, oh yeah, I know that guy. He's a piece of crap. Here's his name. This is where he works. Oh, night. Your career's over. You're done. Remember, who was that fan? It was a Philly fan last year, right? Talking smack to the female in the stands. He was talking. You guys know what I'm talking about. The Eagles. I think he was an Eagles fan. He got fired from his job. Got fired from his job.
That guy was so out of line.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, got fired and got banned from Lincoln Financial Field.
I guess, and his point is a good one. So, like, I remember when the Niners played the Rams and we went down to SoFi, and there were tons of Niner fans. I met some super cool Ram fans. Super cool Ram fans. And I'm like, dude, I got really no negativity toward the Rams. And they've been rivals with the Niners forever. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure a lot of those same Ram fans are also Dodger fans, right? And there's a lot of great people. I actually know a lot of Dodger fans because I've met a lot of people that have moved up here.
California.
Exactly, yeah. Right? And like, I don't hate all Dodger fans. You know when I see a Dodger hat, you know what I say? Oh, the Dodgers?
Right.
Like, I'll say like a joke.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, Dodgers suck.
There's a friendly banter there.
Exactly.
That just because you're like, it's a love-hate thing because you love the rivalries so much that you're just going to be ribbing on each other constantly. But there's a love aspect of it. It's almost like you and your brother going at it and like ribbing on each other. That's what it is with the Giants and Dodgers rivalry. That's what you do.
But I'm also not going to pick on kids, right?
That's,
like, I see people do stuff like this. And I'm also going to it's going to be in like a teasing way that's like kind of fun. I think people cross the line and it becomes very, very, charged up, as we like to say. And it's like, dude, we're out here at a game, dude. Relax.
But people go to games with different intentions.
Well, and some fan bases wear it as a badge of honor that they are going to harass others. And I see, like, again, the Giants are not out of this. I've seen some Giants fans, some San Francisco Giants fans, do dumb things. I've seen Niner fans do a lot of dumb things. And I'm like, nah, dude, don't represent us like that.
Yeah.
So this is not exclusive to other fan bases. And it doesn't happen here. It absolutely happens here. I'm saying it's completely unacceptable. And we need to just be better to each other.